What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? I am, once again, Pocket Socks, and with me is my wonderful Canadian casting partner, Crasheroni.
Hello.
We got another wonderful game for you guys this evening. We're going to have Team Vendetta once again joining us in this fine evening versus the Bermudan Singing Frogs. So, just like before, we're with Team Vendetta. We're gonna have Sammy Boy, Gunnar, Vice, Bum Fight, and Sammy Girl. And on the Bermudan Singing Frog side, we're gonna have Pingu, Sheer, Kevin, +4 Oceana, and Doze.
Dire team banned.
So this is gonna be pretty interesting, Crash. I'm gonna pull up the brackets for the ventures of Bermudan Frogs. But you know what though, I would like to take a moment though and just say what a series though that Vendetta had just earlier.
Yeah, if they can pull out there, it's an important thing. Like something that a lot of people look over is the importance of like recovering after a lot of games. Like they played a best of two earlier today, just pretty recently too. They had a 2-hour, 3-hour break.
Right, it's about a 2-hour break.
And it's something like it can wear people down, and it's something that I think both teams need to take into consideration while playing.
Right.
Radiant team pick.
Yeah.
But so just something I like to point out. Bermudan Frogs, there's been no Earth Spirit ban, and there's been no Techies ban.
Okay, is Techies that big of a deal?
No, Vice is just he's a Techies fan. He's a really good Techies player.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, another thing that we've seen that he is incredibly good at is Earth Spirit. So
yes,
this is going to be pretty rather unfortunate if Bermudan Frogs wasn't paying too much attention to the games earlier in the evening, because if that is the case, then we might have a lot of difficulties with a Earth Spirit causing a lot of problems for them.
Yeah, let's see if Vice can get his Earth Spirit.
I hope. Speaking of Bermudan Frogs, though, looking at the journey that they took during the Open qualifiers, it does look like that they had a 1-0 victory over Portland Burnsiders, a 2-0 victory over Dramatic Gaming, but it looks like when they went up against Team, they had a little hookup and they had a 2-1 series. Early picks and bans, though, from what it looks like, Vendetta is going to be starting off with a Phoenix pick, pretty strong. But Bermudan Frogs, though, going for a very bold first pick Ursa.
I mean, it pretty much makes your Phoenix useless.
Yeah.
As long as Ursa can get on that egg, it's really good. Not to say that Phoenix still isn't really good with all of his other abilities.
Right.
But he just has to be now extra careful about the egg.
Indeed. In terms of placement and everything like that, I completely wholeheartedly agree. It's something he needs to be very careful of. But though, I'm pretty happy though. We have a Spirit Breaker in this game, and
hey, there it is. We talked about him earlier.
Exactly, and you know what, Crash? The one thing I can't wait to do is midcast just yell "chugga chugga moo moo."
And look at that, Pocket. You can finally get to do that today.
Yep. But you know what, though? You know what I do have to say, though? That is a little bit of BM, though, coming from Bermudan Singing Frogs. This is the NADCL, and you're going to come in here with that kind of flag?
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, what is this?
What is this, Bermudan?
Let's talk about this Union Jack for a second.
Exactly. What is going on with this frog? I mean, you can't, you have your team icon as a frog, okay? But then your banner... Oh, come on, dude. That's just... For shame. You know what? My vote's for Vendetta immediately.
Oh, God. All right.
Shots have already been fired already, I feel. This is... PPD, you need to get on this.
Change their banners, damn it.
This is the NADCL.
Vendetta is going to cut into a lot of the reserve time now. 48 seconds. Let's make sure the lobby hasn't been reposted.
Yeah, because that actually has happened at one time before.
Quick check.
No, nobody's disconnected at all, so... Sammy Boy in the think tank for a rather good amount of time. I mean,
that's okay.
I do know that against the Pretty Swag Boys, they were in the think tank pretty hard as well. And honestly though, with how close those games were, you can't really blame them.
No, and I mean the thing is, if you use your reserve time, use your reserve time. If you don't, it's still fine. It's weird because it's reserve time. If you use it, you need it.
Right.
But if you don't use it, you're fine. If we're gonna get an Enigma. So I am confusion.
Why confusion, Crash?
They have a Spirit Breaker. Let's start off with they have a Spirit Breaker.
But-
And my rebuttal will be they also have an Ursa who's going to build a Basher.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, I feel like a lot of pressure is going to be on Enigma,
5 seconds
and
remaining.
what I'm
Bad
going to
dude's
be
banning
hoping,
someone
or
now.
what I'm going to imagine, is that Enigma probably won't be coming out until like maybe halfway through the fight or something like that. Like they'll probably use a
Yeah.
Phoenix egg to bait out the Ursa and the Spear Breaker to get on the egg, and then out comes Enigma out from the trees with this blink decker, blah, black hole.
Man, this sounds like a really interesting action movie pocket. When's it hit the theaters, dude?
It hits the theaters in 2020. We're
2020?
we're,
Alright,
we're waiting for budgeting and allocation, and we're looking to get we're looking to get Michael Bay to direct the film.
Oh, shit.
So-
well, that means it's going to be a great egg.
Yep. Yeah, it's. I mean, there's going to be random explosions and everything like
Wow.
that. The black hole is going to have some ridiculous shenanigans. Taking a look as well, Treant Protector and Morphling getting banned. It seems like Vendetta wants to avoid the triple Aquila action that Pretty Swaggy Boys.
Morphling's a strong hero, has been picked up recently, so
Yeah.
makes sense for the ban. Treant Protector, just a stupid, ridiculous hero. All the heroes that have been banned right now are pretty normal, not necessarily
5
targeted, but
seconds
Gunner
remaining.
played a killer Storm earlier, so making
Yep.
sure that that's out of the pool.
Yep. So, I mean, it does look like that possibly, they either just know each other's playstyle, which, number one, I can only imagine, just due to, I mean, these players are all immortals. And so, at
Yeah.
one point in time, they have to have faced each other on the ladder. And so, it very well could be because they know each other. But I don't know about you. If I was a member of Bermudan Singing Frogs, though, and if I knew I had to play against this team, and if they were playing another game before mine, I would totally watch it and use it as research.
I mean, they were. I definitely remember Pingu being in chat.
No, okay, that's pretty good then. So then hopefully we should. Well, I mean, at this point they're probably not going to need a ban on Earth Spirit. He doesn't look
No.
like he's going to be applicable to this lineup, but I mean that is
maybe
definitely
three of these,
either of these heroes can play a 3. I'll help
Yes,
you there.
but neither of them can play a 5, so
This is true. This
that's
is
I
true.
guess
Red
that's
team
the shtick and all that. So they're gonna ban out Monkey King, another Gunner hero.
Yep, Monkey King, yep. Yeah, Gunner was doing pretty well on Monkey King as well, so it looks like they're working pretty hard to shut down Gunner in the mid lane, so we'll definitely have to see what he pulls out this time.
Mid lane's a very important role right now. If you lose mid, you've got a high chance of just losing the game.
Yeah, this is pretty true. This is
I know,
pretty
just
seconds
something
remaining.
about that lane. I'm not sure. I don't play mid, and I don't pay a lot of attention to mid. Ignorance on my part. But I don't know. I'm not sure why that is in this meta that really
Radiant's team pick.
makes it such an important role.
And Bermudan Singing Frogs, they will be picking up the one, the only, the Crystal Maiden.
Some team fight of their own. You know what? That's another egg hitter late in the game.
Oh yeah, especially once you get the attack speed talent. I
Dude,
think it's
you
like
get that
plus 250.
attack speed. It's
Yeah.
insane.
No,
I
okay.
played CM the other day against the Phoenix, dude.
Okay, no,
You
my
get, like, a
favorite thing.
Dragonlance Deso.
No, here's what I was gonna say. My favorite thing to do as CM, okay?
5
And
seconds
I've had
remaining.
this situation in a game where we're getting towers pushed in, racks are down on my side, and I pick up a Maelstrom, and I can hold defense on my own as Crystal Maiden. I mean, not once they touch me, but Vengeful Spirit is a very strong hero as well.
Venge, yeah, good here. That's
And Venge is actually very
so Venge is
flexible.
gonna be the 5, I guess.
Venge is a flexible hero, but Magnus though this.
Ooh, quick, and a drought strap. Here it is.
Oh man, Vendetta coming out very strong with this drought strat. They're gonna have to pretty much be a little bit careful though, because with this lineup that Bermudan Singing Frogs is rolling up with, they definitely want to get on top of their target as soon as possible. So, I mean, because you think about it, Ursa, he wants to
5
get his
seconds
blink.
remaining.
Spirit Breaker,
Blue
it doesn't
team's
matter
banning
what you have,
someone
he's
now.
gonna charge you. And if you do somehow manage to stop that charge, he's got his ultimate. Crystal Maiden, gonna lock you down. Magnus, blink, RP, reverse polarity, suck you all in, and skewer you right into my team. So,
Ooh.
So, but at the same time, though, Vendetta does have Enigma. They also have Vengeful Spirit. So there's a lot of ways that they can kind of peel in a way for the Drow Ranger. For example, Spirit Breaker, Drow Ranger gets jumped on or dove on. Swap them out. Drow Ranger gets dove on. Black Hole right on Drow Ranger. Also,
Drow gets gone on Phoenix Eggs.
Exactly. And also bans for Terrorblade and for TA. TA is a very mobile hero that is also a very hard hitter that wants to
Especially into a Drow strat.
Mm-hmm. Yep, especially with all those traps and all of those wonderful things. Making sure that she keeps all of the Templar secrets. But Dragon Knight, though, a very beefy, very tanky individual. And also, half of the time he's a ranged hero as well.
Yeah, when it matters, he's ranged, right? Like.
Yep. Yes, he is indeed.
Yeah, I think Dragon Knight's really good pickup here. Gives them the extra tank that they need. Phoenix Enigma, they're pretty tanky on their own, realistically.
Yeah.
But
especially when Enigma gets something like a mechanism, things like that.
No, he doesn't get mech. He's just gonna go like Blink BKB or BKB Blink.
Enigmas don't get mechs anymore?
No.
Golly, I'm like really behind on the times then.
Yeah, you are.
Back in my day.
Yeah, right? I remember those days too, buddy. Don't you worry. I know. I think mech's pretty trash.
No, well,
my opinion though.
I mean, I find it situational. I find it situational, and I also find that Guardian Greaves is amazing though.
Guardian Greaves is a lot better.
But you have to build a mech to get a Guardian Greaves.
I know.
And an Ember Spirit to come out.
So this is an offlane mag.
Yeah. It's gonna be very interesting.
So Vice gonna be on the Phoenix. Bumfight, Sammy Girl on the Enigma, Bumfight Venge. Sammy Drow, and Gunner on the DK.
And over on the Bermudan Singing Frog side, with the cursed banner that they have, we're going to have Pingu on the Ursa, Doze, AA on the Spirit Breaker, Kevin is going to be on Crystal Maiden, +4 Oceana is going to be on Magnus, and Sheer is going to be on Ember Spirit.
Hopefully.
Well, I mean, that's the only, it's the only option.
False, seek and abandon.
Nope. Yes, I'm pretty sure that is exactly what the main play is right now in the NADCL. In the very first week.
Fine.
It's just, you know what, this comp is terrible. I'm
drop
out
of the whole tournament, yeah.
I'm out of here. We're going to drop out.
All right, so thoughts on the drafts, Pocket?
So here's the thing. I feel like I'm honest. I'm not gonna lie. I like Vendetta's lineup a lot better, partially due to a lot of the reasons that I did bring up. I do feel like although Bermudan Singing Frogs, they do have a much more aggressive in-your-face lineup. I don't know how well it's gonna do though with the multiple threats that Vendetta has, because if you think about it, if you go on the egg, you're gonna have Drow attacking you. If you go on Drow, you're gonna have egg. In retrospect, and this is all not including whenever Enigma jumps in and
but
black
the
holes
scary part is if you're going on a Drow and they egg, what if it's an Ursa that's going on the Drow and they egg, then they lose their egg and their Drow. They will,
right? No, see, and then that's the thing, they probably will, but at the same time though, that's why you have a Vengeful Spirit, that's why you have a DK.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna. So you're gonna give this one to Vendetta?
I'll give the benefit of the doubt to Vendetta. However, both of these team lineups, honestly, in my opinion, they look pretty good to me. I like both of these team lineups. I'm very interested actually in the way of how these lanes are set up, because we have Ursa and Spirit Breaker going into the bot lane. Ursa sitting very interesting with his 9 tangos.
Yeah, that's well, they don't want to put him against a Phoenix Enigma lane because that sounds pretty bad.
Yeah.
Although Drow Venge, they've got really strong lanes actually. Damn.
Yeah.
Enigma Phoenix sounds like an awful lane to put anyone into, and they're putting their mag into it.
Yeah. Well, I
then,
mean,
you
would
know,
you rather
Drow
have your
Mage.
mag in that lane, or would you rather have your Ursa in that
Well,
lane?
you'd definitely rather have your mag.
Right.
It's just it's
It's
rough
the lesser.
either
It's the
way.
lesser of two evils.
Yeah.
Yep. So.
Also, unrelated note, I got my assisted cam to finally work.
Oh, you did. Very nice.
Yeah. Right?
I think I'm still gonna be rolling with just the regular camera, just cause.
That's fine.
I mean, I don't know. I have to get a little bit more used to the assisted cam before I make a full judgment. It does look like Doze is gonna be. It does look like actually the Bermudan frogs. They're actually gonna be able to just steal that bottom rune without any contestation whatsoever. Doesn't look like that they want anything to do with it, and rightfully so. As level one Ursa Spearbreaker is honestly pretty scary.
Yeah.
So, rightfully so. Then again, though, I feel like if it was CM and Magnus in the bottom lane, I'm pretty sure that they would be rather concerned about that as well. But, I don't know.
I think it's gonna be a. Oh, did I say who I was rooting for?
No, you haven't said who you're rooting for yet. You only asked me.
I'm gonna go against you.
Oh,
I think I'm gonna give this one to Bermuda. I think it depends on. Oh, frickin' heck, Kevin. Jeez Louise, took a lot of damage there. I think it's gonna matter a lot based on what this mag and spear breaker.
Vice doing a very good job with these fiery spirits, actually slowing a good amount of these attack speed down as well. And
yeah,
he's actually getting an insane amount of harassment. Actually, Kevin actually already sitting at half health right now as well. Yeah, this is, and then if you're looking at the last hits as well, oof. I mean, top lane entirely, it doesn't look like anybody's getting anything out of it. Well, Magnus just now, but
Mag's higher than the Ursa on last hits.
yeah,
because they're harassing the CM instead of the mag. So
yep.
Mag, not too bad. When the Enigma Phoenix start getting levels up, that's when the problems gonna start occurring.
Yep. Absolutely. Looking in this bottom lane right now, a lot of harassment actually coming into Pingu right now, but thankfully for him, I mean, he started this lane with 9 tangos, so he already knew ahead of time that he was going to have a bit of an issue, and Vice actually going very aggressive on to Kevin right now, sitting fairly low right now, but at the same time, we have level 2 versus level 2, so things are going to be pretty interesting, but CM did get her Arcane Aura, I want to say? Yeah, Arcane Aura level 2, so it doesn't look like she's going to be able to...
She should. She might actually die here.
Yeah, if with the properly placed Icarus dive, but...
Oh, no, there's no more spirits. No more spirits.
Yep.
Bottom lane, double A.
Yeah, double melee versus a Drow Venge, but here comes the charge, though,
right
from
play.
Doze.
Oh,
Does look like he's...
on the Venge.
Yeah.
Then go for it, but...
She was going to be picking up
So-
an illusion rune into the mid lane. And
Mid lane, it's pretty even.
Yeah, mid lane's pretty even right now.
14 to 13.
Another charge, though, onto Sammy Boy. He's going to be able to connect it, too, but what a stun, though, by Bump Fight, stopping Doze in his tracks. No, what's it called? No Earth Shock, though, but he's going to have to be forced to pull back just a little bit. Another charge onto Sammy Boy, but he's going to be able to shoot some Frost Arrows away, build himself some space, and...
Pengu's got to be careful, though.
Yep. Bump Fight's going to go ahead and salve up.
Meanwhile, mid.
Has been taking a good amount of damage.
There was a slight fight that was happening, but nothing came up of it.
Okay, very interesting. CM's going to go ahead and get a very nice pull over into the top lane, try to support her Magnus as much as she can.
Does a little pullerino, a little cheeky pull.
Yep.
Oh,
It does look like Phoenix and Enigma are both going to spot it, actually.
Yeah.
Taking a look over there. Vice, he's moving forward right now, but it does look like that they are going to stop it a good amount. Oceana is just getting a good amount of hits onto these Eidolons, actually.
Yeah, he's going to farm them pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so slow, and the Midnight Pulse going to keep in there. Oceana's going to take a lot of damage here. Vice has to be careful with bigger time. Now Oceana's the one in trouble. The Eidolon's so much damage, and now Kevin tried to TP away, but now he's going to cancel it. The Eidolons, though, they're not going to do enough damage to kill him. But we'll get that cheeky kill on the range creep. And as well as First Blood.
Enigma, definitely not the type of person that you want to let get first blood in a situation like this, especially when he's the type of guy that he wants to be able to get that Blink Dagger as soon as possible to just start turning fights around. The moment he hits level 6, he becomes a 3-minute ticking time bomb almost.
Yeah, that's
charge
fair.
coming out onto Sammy Boy into the bot lane. Looks like that there is going to be an Earthshock follow-up, but no. Bumfight says no, as he's going to be able to get a pretty good silence in and slowly and very quick, actually no, quickly thwart off
There's a good
this
stun
advance.
there too, as well as a silence.
You know?
Kevin, meanwhile, he's gonna go down again. Sammy picking up the kill. Now Oceana, though, he's the one that might have to be.
Oceana's the one that's going to be in a little bit of danger. Icarus Dive is going to be up. However,
Thanks,
it doesn't look like that Vice doesn't want to chase this down. Shear's actually going to come over and get that bounty rune, and as a result, he's actually going to be able to find both Sammy Girl and Vice. Actually, a very nice sleight of hand. Well, not sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
It is sleight of hand.
He's stealing. He's stealing from him.
Shearing Jades is going to be able to stop that TP, and as a result, land him a pretty good kill. So
We're both insanely tired.
no, that's okay though. You know, bump fight, he's gonna get gun on, but Sammy Boy though, with all of these frost arrows, he's definitely gonna be able to support his own support actually. So I mean, it's kind of like a you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours kind of situation here. Is they're both kind of saving each other, and Vice, it does look like he's gonna get completely dropped down, but no, the Icarus Dive will allow him to get away. And it does look like that the shrines are available now, and so he's just gonna go ahead and shrine right back up.
They went for the skewer instead of the shockwave.
You know?
They thought he was gonna try to Icarus dive right away.
Yep. Pingu sitting with no more health regen. He's getting hit by a lot of these frost arrows, and as a result of it, he is going to hit the dirt. He's going to try to see what he can do to TP away. The damage doesn't look like it's enough, and he will be able to get away by the skin of his teeth.
I think Drow should have kept on that.
Well, a little bit of indecision, but the decision to go back to farming was made. And oh, the Maledict. Well, not the Maledict, but all of these stuns, though, onto Oceana. And it does look like he is going to be able to get away.
He's gonna tick out. Oh no! Okay, 40 health.
Yep. He's going to be able to get away just by the skin of his teeth. Sheer is down into the bot lane. Sammy Boy trying to do everything that he can to be able to try to kite away. Out comes the Remnants, and Sammy Boy is just in a lot of trouble right now. Does look like Doze, double A, he's going to be available, but it does look like he will go down. The Vengeful Spirits, they are attacking, but it doesn't look like it's enough to do anything effective. Meanwhile, Gunner in the mid lane, he's going to be attacking that tier 1 tower, try to see what he can do, as he wasn't able to catch up to that very speedy Ember Spirits.
Speedy Rune of Haste.
Everyone, go now.
Yeah, I mean, things like that tends to happen when you get an item in the game that allows you to move at maximum move speed,
Structures are fortified.
or a rune to be exact.
Yes.
Looking into the bottom lane though, it does look like Sammy Boy, he is a little bit scared, kind of just hiding out in the trees, as the last thing that he wants to do is get charged into an Earthshock into. There is going to be a ping out though, as Sammy Boy, he is going to be coming out right now. Out comes the charge though. It does look like the stun comes down. It does look like it might be a little bit too late though, but no, Pingu, he's actually a little bit of indecision. He's going to have to try to...
Pengu's is a too much too soon.
Yeah, too soon, Executives, too soon. It does look like that they might be able to get the kill onto Pingu. They might be able to get another kill onto Double A, but we have Kevin here, though, in the bottom lane. But oh, the Earth Spirit, the Fiery Spirits, though, from Vice, able to completely save Sammy Boy, allowing him to get that double kill. But those Fiery Spirits, though, with that attack speed slow, absolutely saving his Drow Ranger, though. And meanwhile, in the top lane tower, we are having these Eidolons pumping out loads of damage into that tier 1 tower.
Did they pop Drow Aura? Yes, they did.
Yep. Yeah, they did. Yep. So
Zoodles and oodles of damage.
just oodles. I mean,
Oodles of them.
yep. In the mid lane, we have a bit of a man fight going down between Sheer and Gunner, but Gunner's going to be able to get that last hit. And, you know, looking at the, last hit and denies, I mean, right now, Bermudan Frogs, they have to be happy right now with Oceana sitting at the very top of the last hits charts. And, I mean, he does have his power treads. He's going to start going over to his Blink Dagger now. But Ember Spirit, he's sitting at the very top of the net worth, more than likely because of some of these rotations that he's been helping out on. Scan does go down for the dire side. They are going to be able to spot somebody hiding over into the trees. And it does look like that they are going to be rotating Kevin over for another gank onto this Drow Ranger. The last thing that they want to do is allow her to get some farm and be able to start moving up onto this momentum.
She is 6 though, but she is also right in the middle of the net worth chart.
She doesn't have Gust either though. So, I mean, if they do go on her, I mean, it won't be too bad. Out comes the charge. Here comes the Crystal Nova. The charge is going to connect, though, but it doesn't look like it's enough. The Enigma TP's in, and they do not want any part of it. Sammy Boy looks like he is going to be able to clean up the kill onto the Spirit Breaker. No, it doesn't look like it. Just maybe one more hit. Down he goes. The charge came a little bit too little too late, and out comes the Black Hole. Going to be able to secure the kill onto Pingu. You thought you could run away, but you thought too soon. As he goes down, Sammy Boy now into the mid lane, trying to see what he can do to defend this mid-tier tier 1 tower, and as a result of it, he actually is going to be able to scare away both Sheer and Oceana, as they're going to be falling back, moving over towards the top lane tower. But the bot lane tower, for the dire side, it's going to start taking a little bit of damage, as right now we have Gunner in his dragon form. He was able to pump out a little bit of damage on it, as well as the Eidolons from our friendly neighborhood Enigma.
So I will eat my words. Enigma is going mech.
That is rather funny.
I will admit.
Charge coming out onto Sammy Boy. Does get canceled out very quickly though. I guess he was a little bit concerned of the gust or the turnaround.
You know, everything, all the other
possible abilities. Black Hole is down though, so they do know about that. However, a lot of damage coming down into the mid lane tower. Glyph is going to have to be used. Are they going to try to, defend this? Icarus Dive is going to fly out right now. Eidolon damage as well as Sammy Boy. He will be able to get that last hit, but at the same time though, at the top lane tower, Oceana is going to be able to pick up the top tier 1 tower though, in retrospect. So easy 1-for-1 trade. However, Gunner is going to be charged down into the bottom lane. It does look like he smells like something's going on, but the charge, it is going to go. It is going to kick. It is going to be able to connect. No TPs, though, to help our friendly Dragonite over here, as he is just going to get completely dropped down into the dirt at his own tier 1 tower.
So to be fair, they are going for a Drow strat that pushes, so it kind of makes sense for the Enigma to get
Yo, green dudes.
Yeah.
Something bad is
And
coming.
you know, something really interesting as well. Pingu, you know, he's baiting it out a little bit, but Double A over here, I mean, he's hiding in these trees and he's waiting for, you know, a really good target. They have Sheer and Kevin here as well, and it doesn't look like that they've spotted anybody at all. Bump Fight, he is going to go ahead and go for a swap. Midnight Pulse is going to go down, but out comes from the trees. Out comes that charge, and does look like that they will be able to take down and get a counter kill onto Sheer. A very nice 2-for-1 trade in favor for Team Vendetta. Losing your position 5 for both the mid laner and the other position 5 as well on the other team. I don't think that they could ask for anything better for that. And right now, they are also going to be pressuring down this bot lane tower. Glyph is going to have to be used. Pingu en route right now.
So Enigma now going for bots after his mech.
Very interesting play, but oh, what an RP into the skewer. They're gonna be able to go all the way in, but no, there was a stun onto Kevin, and that and the ultimate just completely gets denied. But you know, that doesn't even matter. There's the sheer amount of damage, just absolutely able to completely stop that push, and as a result, the rest of Team Vendetta, they're gonna be forced to pull back a little bit.
Yeah, that's the Mag got blink. That's his spike, and that's when they just took an insanely good fight. So we're gonna get this T1 bottom for free.
Yeah, they're not
farming up top. He's gonna go for a Maelstrom. He originally had a bots queued up, but has decided against it, and instead going for the Maelstrom to help himself.
It does look like Oceana now is going to be going over for that Crimson Guard, trying to get some armor for his team just to deal with all this physical damage that's going to be coming out of Team Vendetta. Meanwhile, Pingu actually, he should be getting his Blink Dagger very soon. He definitely has enough gold for it, though. After this creep wave, one more last hit, and he should be able to get that down. Meanwhile, Sammy Girl, he's going to be up onto the top lane, and they're actually going to be able to trade a tier 1 for a tier 2, so Team Vendetta, they have to definitely be happy about that. Gunner with this double damage rune. He's going to try to see what he can do against Double A. Out comes the Dragon Tail stun, but does look like he's a little bit too far up to where they don't want to go too much into it. Kevin is going to be TPing over into the tier 3, and they're going to try to see what they can do to start defending this tier 2 tower over at the mid. And, you know, already right now at the 14-minute mark, we already have, you know, 3 towers down for Bermudan Frogs. And out comes the Blink, out comes the Skewer. Gunner's in the middle of this whole fight. Sammy Girl's trying to do whatever he can, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to. But no, what's this though? That egg, it just might be able to help secure the rest of this fight, and it's going to absolutely be able to help them win this engagement over, forcing the 4 remaining alive members anyways of Team Bermudan Frogs to completely back up while they just take out this tier 2 tower.
Yeah, RP was up, but they did a good job of kind of positioning themselves away from it.
Yep. Yep, and then at the same time, Sammy Girl as well. He did have a Black Hole up, but he just didn't quite have the mana for it. It does look like that Clarity Potion did give him enough mana for it, so at this time, he does have it locked and loaded and ready to go. So they can definitely just continue pushing right now. I'm guessing what they're probably doing is they're just going to be waiting for Dragon Form to come up once again. It's not on too long of a cooldown, so it's a pretty easy cooldown to kind of work around. It should be up in another 30 seconds, and once that comes up, I'm pretty sure we should definitely be seeing another push coming out for Team Vendetta.
Yeah, and they didn't use mech, so... Oh, sorry, the mech. They used Black Hole, so...
Yep.
And they've got their mech, too, so...
Yep, Black Hole, mech is up. Gunner as well, he does have his Shadow Blade, and Drow's looking pretty happy with this Dragon Lance right now. Almost has his Hurricane Pike. Gunner was starting to get charged, but it does look like it was canceled. The Smoke Gank, it looks like it might be able to connect. It might be able to find Sammy Boy if he's not too careful. Dust is actually going to get used, and actually, Pingu actually blinking right on top of Sammy Boy, but it does look like the swap and the mech, it might be enough to save him, but oh no, Sammy Girl not able to get a good enough Black Hole to be able to save his position 1. However, they were able to get a counter kill onto the opposing position 1, onto that Ursa, and now they're able to completely turn this fight around. Gunner moving forward with that Dragon Form, with that, as well as Magic Missile going to be flying out, and Sheer is in a lot of trouble. Triple kill for Gunner. And the last lone survivor of Bermudan Frogs, Oceana, he's going to be just moving all the way over the long way home to safety into the bottom lane. Whereas it looks like Team Vendetta, they're going to be going for Roshan, which is pretty bold. Actually, very bold. But you know what, though? Look at the amount of vision, though, that they have over here, Crash. This is just ridiculously strong vision. The moment that they go anywhere near the Roshan pit, they're immediately going to notice. Unless if they TP to the shrine and just go in that kind of reverse the 7 formation. And Roshan is going to get dropped, and Sammy Boy now, he's going to be picking up that Aegis, and that's going to help his survivability a lot in fights, as well as this Hurricane Pike that he's about to pick up as well.
Ooh, a Pike will be good for him.
Yes, indeed, especially with this Ursa on the other team. But, I mean, no Morbid Mask, actually, for Pingu, which is rather interesting, I would like to note.
In your bottom.
Well, I guess if he's not taking Roshan.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. Double damage rune onto the top lane, which is rather interesting, but it does look like that both teams are going to be positioning over towards this bottom tier 2 tower. It does look like a potential fight might be happening, but no, Oceana is actually going to be TPing out and away of this fight. And actually, very quickly, the rest of Team Bermudan Frogs, they're just going to be rotating out of this lane, which is quite interesting. It does look like that they had a pretty inkling feeling, a little bit of a sixth sense, if you will, that Team Vendetta was setting up for a very strong defense.
Well, their sixth sense isn't working because Pingu's still there.
Well, okay, A majority. Okay, so 3 out of 5. Their sixth sense is working, and now Pingu's finally got the message, whereas Double A is he's moving out now. So it does look like Oceana was able to possibly get a really quick glimpse of that double damage rune, and he's actually going to be able to bottle that up pretty well. Or no, Sheer. He's going to go ahead and let his mid laner Sheer pick that up. I mean, taking a look at things, it's quite interesting though to say that, you know, both of these teams have started to take a little bit of a more passive let's farm approach, especially considering that Sammy Boy with this Hurricane Pike, with this Aegis, they want to start pushing, which is definitely what they're doing now. They have Black Hole coming up within the next 20 seconds, as well as a Guardian Greaves on the Enigma. So, I mean, instead of going for that Blink Dagger, he goes for the Guardian Greaves because I guess he has good feeling that everything is going to be all close quarters in these fights, especially with the amount of jump. And so, Blink Dagger, it just seems like it could be a little bit unnecessary as long as he has a pretty good positioning. But we'll definitely have to see. Gunnar going to be blinking forward right onto Kevin, and down he goes in a very quick fashion. Glyph is going to have to be used, and Chugga Chugga Moo Moo as Double A. He's charging all the way into the back line, straight onto Sammy Girl. They see him, and out goes the stun, and the surprise charge looks like it's going to completely go up against him. This ward right here, very well placed, actually. So, right now, Team Bermudan Frogs definitely on the back foot now. They are 2 down. Gunnar actually blinking forward as well onto Oceana, denying them that Blink RP. Egg is going to get used, and as a result of that, Sammy Boy is completely able to take down the mid-tier, the bottom tier 3 tower, and Sammy Boy actually using the Hurricane Pike, getting a very good positioning, is going to be able to force staff himself down, and they will be able to pick up another kill as a result. Dieback on Spirit Breaker, you said? Oh wow, that is very unfortunate, and that is something that they definitely don't want. I mean, at the moment, 20 minutes, one of the tier 3s already down. I mean, it's just, you know, at the same time though, it's a Drow strat. It is something to be expected. Oceana has picked up his Crimson Guard, as well as Pingu spotting a wild Vengeful Spirit into the bottom side of the river, and he will be able to pick up a very nice kill. Moving on to the aggression right now, Bermudan Frogs, they're looking for a kill. Gunnar, he is going to be able to spot some things forward, and out comes Oceana because of a very aggressive blink forward. He's actually going to get completely black holed in. Pingu's going to go onto Sammy Girl. Out comes the Guardian Greaves. It is going to get used, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough. Kevin as well going to be using that ultimate, but Sammy Boy with the sheer amount of damage as well as Gunnar, they're going to be able to completely clean them up.
Yeah, and they're drawing the line. They're hook and sickle. They're sickling into the into those racks, and they're gonna push the mid in, go down to the racks, and my god, what a great fight for them. They've used a buyback. I think they used 2 buybacks. I believe Ursa bought back too.
Yeah, no, Ursa did buy back, so that is a quote-unquote dieback onto Ursa, but no, they're actually going to be taking this creep wave, and they're actually going to go straight barreling down all the way to mid. The sickle, it was a fake. They're juking us.
Fake sickle.
they're juking us, Crash. They're juking out the casters. That's what they're doing. But down goes the melee racks in a very swift fashion. However, they do need to watch out, though, for this Magnus, as he is going to have his Blink RP. Sammy Boy under a lot of pressure right now, and actually the Aegis just expired as well, and this is really unfortunate as Double A right now, he is charging in Headstorm right now. Out comes the RP, and is there going to be a follow-up? No follow-up. Skewer, though. Sammy Boy, though, he is going to get dropped completely, and the egg does come out. Oceana, he's going to skewer his way out of that situation. Kevin's going to go back into it for some odd reason. That's okay, though.
Space.
Died for the cause, bought space for his cores.
Space.
And you know what, though? I feel like Vendetta is still happy, though, with that trade. They were able to pick up the melee racks. They were able to pick up another tier 3 tower. So a lot of pressure has been built up. And Bermudan Frogs this is slowly going to be a game of attrition at this point, I feel.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. Like, they've lost a T3, and I don't know. It's weird. I don't want to say it's GG, but right now your Ursa has a Mithril Hammer and a Blink Dagger.
Yeah, I mean, it's not GG by any means. I mean, 7K lead at 20 minutes. It's not the best situation, but I mean, it's not the end of the world. It would appear that Sheer is going to be going for a Battle Fury as well, which is rather interesting, but oh, this is definitely not good though. Sammy Boy just picked up a double damage rune. He just got smoked as well. He almost has his Manta style. Just waiting on maybe about another 600 gold before they pick up the ultimate orb, but instead they find a Crystal Maiden. They're going to start going for these shrines now. It looks like this ward is going to be able to spot him out, but Sammy, though, getting a good amount of damage onto that bottom shrine. Gunner's hunting. He's looking for a Sheer. He's found a Sheer with this haste rune, and out he comes, out from the shadows with the stun. Here it comes, the Phoenix with the support, and down Sheer goes. Fire does kill fire some way, somehow.
This is just, it's a, I don't want to call it a stomp, but there's just, Vendetta, their positioning has been spot on this game.
Well, it's not a stomp, it's just a very one-sided fight. That way you don't have to call it a stomp.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Terminology, and oh man, it does look like Doze, the ward actually being able to spot him out one more time. He's going for these bounty runes, but he is going to have to pay for it though with his life, as a very well-timed Yule Scepter from Vice is going to be able to allow them to pick up that kill in a very nice fashion. 30 seconds until AA comes back up.
I'll take that.
And the lead is slowly and surely moving over towards the way of Vendetta. Kevin's going to try to see what he can do to come in. Kevin, what are you doing? You know, I'm not going to lie. You know, with a name like Kevin and all of these, with all of these different name tags and handles and everything, you know, it kind of reminds me of the Deadpool 2, where you just get like the regular Joe Schmo guy, like amongst all the other superheroes. That's how I kind of feel with the name like Kevin.
That's fair.
I mean, think about it. You have AA, Pingu, and then you have Oceana, Sheer, Kevin.
Hey guys, this is me, Kevin. Just a casual, you know.
Yeah, just a casual Crystal
This is
Maiden,
smart.
position 5.
This is so smart. What Tree Frogs are doing right now. This is perfect. Although they did smoke under a ward, so not perfect.
Oh no,
They're
and
gonna
Sammy
run
Girl
right
is
into the
waiting
black
right here! It's no, he's gonna be able to get RP'd and Crystal Nova! And oh, the black hole, it is gonna go down onto Earth Spear, but no, it doesn't look like it's gonna be enough! But this team fight from Vendetta! Oh my goodness, Crash! I'm getting a little hot and bothered from that, as the GG is gonna get called from Bermudan Frogs in a very hasty fashion.
Yeah, I mean, it's a drow strat, man.
Oh my goodness, though, but they almost walked straight into that black hole, though.
Yeah.
Oh
that was
my goodness.
That was the fight. That was their fight to take. But unfortunately, positioning, they saw the smoke, you know.
Oh, jeez Louise, though. Look at the amount of building damage all across the board, though, for Team Vendetta. Drow sitting at 7k, Dragonite sitting at 4k, and Sammy Girl nothing to be bashful at with 2k as well. I mean, that's really good. I will say that.
What are you talking? Oh, building damage?
Building damage, yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
yeah, dude.
And then looking at the hero damage as well, you know, when you have your Dragonite and your Phoenix, everybody on the team has done more damage than the Ember Spirit, who is your mid laner. I mean, that just shows just how much raw damage.
It was a really hard game, and it came down to, can the RPs connect,
right,
and can they play perfect?
And
unfortunately, what happened was Vendetta got a slight advantage because they're a drow strat. They grouped up, they took buildings with their mech, and the mech was a pretty key factor because it kept them alive during these pushes.
Right.
And so they'll just, you know, they'll come in, they'll take a fight, they'll mech up, and they'll keep going. And then they can take another fight. But as long as they don't use Black Hole in at least one of those fights, like if they don't use Black Hole in the first fight, they've got it for the second fight. But if they don't for the first fight, that means something like RP's been used as well. And they've got these big team fight ultimates. They've got Black Hole. And these ultimates, like if you can use both in a fight to secure the win, but if you can use one, that means you still have the other one for the next fight.
Yep. No, this is a very true. This is very true, and it's kind of like that double triple threat that I was talking about during the drafting phase.
Yeah.
Which is definitely why I was kind of leaning my favor over towards Team Vendetta's lineup. And it was just like, yeah, sure, you have a very strong lineup that wants to get on top of the opposing team, but what's going to happen though when one person does one thing? You're going to shift your attention to them, for example, Phoenix Egg. But then what are you going to do though when your Enigma comes out from the side and black holes you? Or what are you going to do about the Drought that's just shooting a million arrows into your back? You know, it's you have to, and then this is also not to mention while you're probably standing in the middle of a midnight pulse, and maybe maybe Vengeful Spirit is stunning you, controlling you, giving you negative armor. You have Gunner on the Dragon Knight as well, doing his own thing with stuns and everything like that. So,
Do you want to get out of there? Because right now it says twitch.tv/crasheroni.
oh geez, oh yeah. Let me
And
go
we're gonna
ahead and hold on.
Throw into a quick break.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and throw it to a quick break while we wait for this lobby to start. Please stay tuned, guys. We still got one more round in this best of 2 series for Vendetta versus Bermudan Singing Frogs. So stay tuned, ladies and gents. And we are back, Crash, once again into the second round of the first week of the NADCL. Team Vendetta versus Team Bermudan Singing Frogs. I am once again Pocket Sox, and joined with me is my wonderful friend Crasheroni. And it seems like he may have gone AFK for just a moment, but that's alright. We can go ahead and get through this little drafting phase on our own. Not a problem. Earthshaker going to get banned once again. Vendetta is going to be taking the Radiant side once again, whereas Bermudan Singing Frogs, they're going to be sitting on the Dire side once again. Doesn't look like that either team wants to switch the sides that they're on, so... Very interesting play. Winter Wyvern going to be banned first. Winter Wyvern, a very strong position 5 support. Earthshaker, a very strong position 4, position 3.
And Phoenix gonna get banned out, so instead of Vice playing it, they're just not gonna let it in the pool at all.
Yeah, they don't want the... And I feel like that Vendetta is definitely coming into this matchup with a lot of different strats into their in their bag. You know, it's kind of like they have like a Mary Poppins bag worth of Dota 2 strats. Because if you think about it, they have not played anything in these. This is the 4th series we're casting now for the Vendetta, and this is actually in the main group stage now. Okay.
Yeah.
This is a completely different lineup. We've never seen them play Necros. And if anything, this is the first time he's actually gone through the ban phase.
Yeah, I think so.
You know? And Necro, another very strong laner. Good in mid, off lane, safe lane. You put him anywhere. Just don't put him in the jungle, but I mean, you put him in the lane.
Don't put him in the jungle. No.
You put him in a lane though. He's going to be really strong. And Bermudan Singing Frogs, once again, they're going to try to go with this Ursa Spirit Breaker lineup once again.
Ursa not very good against Necro though.
Yeah. But and I guess you know, you kind of have to look at it in the retrospective of, you know, you have the team that has a million strats but they've practiced it one time. And then you have a team that looks like Bermudan Singing Frogs where they've practiced one strat 10,000 times.
5 seconds remaining.
You know, I mean, we'll definitely have to see how it works out for them. It's a bold strategy. Cotton, let's see how it works out for them.
I mean, if those are the heroes that they know that they can play it.
Yeah.
Radiant team banned.
And Drow very quickly.
All right, round 2, everyone.
Yeah, it's a round 2 once again. Ursa Spirit Breaker versus Drow, and I'm gonna hope we see a Vengeful Spirit gonna get banned pretty soon because you know, with Vengeful Spirit banned, Drow isn't gonna be as strong in the lane. She's still gonna be pretty strong, but she won't be as strong. And yep, there's the Vengeful Spirit ban, and they are gonna be picking up a Zeus.
Nice, I like that.
Zeus is a very good pickup.
Zeus great against Necro, good against Drow as well.
Yeah. So, does look like that. We should be expecting to see both of the Dozes, the Pingu on the Ursa, and AA on the Spirit Breaker once again, probably going down into the off lane.
You know what I'd like to see is that Vendetta play Nyx.
Oh my goodness.
Good against Spirit Breaker, great against Zeus, pretty good against Ursa as well.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And who was it? It was, I believe, Sammy Girl plays a pretty good Nyx too.
Nice. Vendetta for Vendetta. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Wait, hold on.
Just saying, it's maybe meant to be.
Or was it the other team that played it?
I think it was the other team.
Okay.
Because there was a Vendetta and a Vendetta.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong. I mean, regardless, I'm pretty sure, though, if Vendetta was to be picking up Nyx, it would be a very strong lineup. Like, it would honestly do pretty well, though.
Nyx Necro seems like a weird lane though, or Nyx Necro, Nyx Drow, weird lanes.
Necro and Nyx Drow, but what if you put Necro in the mid lane?
Yeah, I don't know. I find Nyx in a weird spot, unless he knows you get kill in the lane. Just because maybe
Bane's
looking
gonna
towards
get
a
picked
Mirana?
up. Yeah, maybe a Mirana as a support, maybe, but
Yeah.
I
For
don't.
Mirana, they played it earlier.
Yeah, no, that they did. You're not wrong at all.
Oh no, it was a 3. It was a 3
It was a
Mirana.
three. It was a
I
three
think.
Marana. Yeah.
But they built like a 4. Built like Yules and sheep and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. She built more of a support
5
instead of
seconds
like
remaining.
a Manta and things like that. And no Maelstrom.
Yeah, it's
or
still
anything.
pretty good. They did great. The Yules was fantastic that game. Holy.
Oh yeah. Yep. You are not wrong. And looking into already looking at it, it does look like that. I feel like Vendetta feels incredibly confident. Actually, because if you're noticing, they're picking a Drow into Ursa, knowing that Ursa's in the game, as well as.
I think Drow does great against Ursa.
Okay, but Spearbreaker as well, though.
Oh yeah, that's where the trouble lies.
See, and then that's the thing is you have to think about the amount of confidence that Sammy Boy has in his Drow play, or the amount of confidence that he has in his supports to actually keep the peels on for him. And
A lot of trust.
yeah, there's a lot of trust. Exactly. What did I say?
I don't know. You said there's a lot of.
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't know. You said a lot of stuff. You probably said trust.
Okay, I feel like there has to be a very large amount of trust, and honestly, especially with the Bane as well. Bane can heavily reduce the amount of damage that Ursa does even with Fury swipes. It doesn't matter how fast you hit. If you don't hit for any damage, it doesn't do anything.
Radiant's
That's
team
deep,
pick.
man.
And an Oracle, very
Alright.
interestingly, is going to get picked up.
Might be able to throw a wrench into a few things there.
Yeah. Yeah, might be throwing a monkey wrench into the cogs right here.
Cogs, clockwork.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Next pick.
We'll definitely have to see. We'll definitely have to see how far Vendetta goes into the think tank this time around. They
5
have
seconds
definitely
remaining.
been taking their time into their picks, but even though that they've been taking their time with these picks, it definitely shows that all this extra time that they've been
That
spending has
dude's banging
definitely been
someone
paying
now.
off. And an Invoker, interestingly enough, is going to be the pick for Vendetta.
So who's their offlaner? Who's Vendetta's offlaner? Centaur?
Vendetta's offlaner?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a support Necro.
A position for Necro.
I think so.
That would be rather interesting.
They need something beefy. Some sort of beefy boy to help with the Drow strat.
5 seconds remaining.
DK.
What?
I'm joking, not DK. Centaur or an Axe. But then again, though, Ursa destroys Axe.
Yeah.
Abaddon?
Abaddon could be
Radiant
interesting.
team banned. Radiant team
Tuskar
pick.
and Huskar, both the R's getting banned.
Oh, yeah.
In quick succession, too, might I add.
Vendetta really doesn't like playing against Huskar, man.
No, but you also have to think though as well. Huskar combined with Oracle is a very scary lineup.
This is the only game where I think that banning a Huskar makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
5
Huskar
seconds
alone
remaining.
is a very scary individual.
Yeah. All right, so
And so
their think tank
yeah.
still got some reserves in their tank as they think about their very last pick.
Yeah.
I want to see if I'm right and if this Necro is a support or not.
I feel like I don't
think
think
it
he's
is.
I don't think he's gonna be a support.
I think it is, man. Telling you right now, it is.
Well, I mean, looking at the tally board that we have right here, you are in the lead by about two
Team pick.
guesses. So, no, it's an Elder Titan.
Well, this could go either way. We still don't know.
Come on, son.
Pick
But a
your hero.
Brewmaster, though. Okay, so we're probably okay. Interestingly
Wait.
enough, okay, no, this is going to be a safe lane Ursa now, and a off lane Brewmaster.
All right, it's a 4. It's a 4 ET.
Yeah,
I was wrong, you were right. Oh, great pocket socks.
and that will put me one down now in guesses so far for the NADCL.
Just random guesses. We're just guessing anything now.
Yes, indeedy. Yes,
All
indeed
right.
we are.
Well, did you give yourself a point for the Vendetta victory?
Oh, you know what? No, that completely ties itself on the score there, Crash. There we
Good
go.
stuff. All right.
Indeed.
So this game, I don't have faith in the Ursa.
No,
So I'm gonna give this one to Vendetta.
I feel like I'm gonna have to agree with you. I feel like Ursa's gonna have a pretty rough time in this matchup, especially Invoker, Ice Wall. Oh god, that's
Cold Snap, Ice Wall, Tornado, Meteor, Deafening Blast.
yeah, and then you also have the Echo Stomp. You have the Bane reducing damage, Nightmare, Fiend's Grip. There's just so many things that can go wrong for Ursa. I mean,
Yeah.
we're definitely going to have to see, though. I mean, it is going to be a different player that's going to be playing it. Oceana's going to be playing it in the safe lane as opposed to Pingu in the off lane. So that could also make a difference in impact as well. And the
Oh my god.
the Fire Strike actually is going to be able to nick Doze just a little bit. Well, nick double A, so rather interesting. And it does look like Drow is actually going to be going straight into the off lane. It does look like that Fire Strike was able to scout out a good amount of information, so they are going to be putting Drow and Bane up against this Ursa, as a matter of fact. So, it feels like Ursa once again is going to have a pretty rough time because Bane harasses very well.
Yeah, Bane's got a lot of damage, like 61 damage. He's got an insane attack range too.
Yeah.
He's also quite beefy. Like he's got 600 health, but he's also got like 4 armor.
I mean, and you also have to think as well, Brain Sap. I mean, you can do
30
damage to him, but
seconds.
he's gonna suck your life to, gain some of his.
Yeah. So
Looking
they don't
at-
want to show. They don't want
Yeah.
to show their lanes.
No, not at all. They're being very well hidden, and I do like this ward that actually was placed earlier by the supports. Gives
They
them
got one bottom too, which is really good.
Faith in fate restored.
so they already have a pretty good idea as to what's going on in the lineups. So right now, though, Bum Fight, though, he's going to get kind of stuck here for a little bit. It does look like that Nightmare, though, it's not going to be able to help them secure that Bounty Rune. And as a result of that, actually, in favor of Bermudan Frogs, once again, they're going to be able to pick up 3 Bounty Runes.
Well, yeah.
I mean, they were able to do it last time. They were able
Well,
to do
how
it the
well
first
did that
time.
work out for them in the long run?
Oh, I mean, it's like, what, 100 gold, so...
I'm telling you, man, it's all the bounty rune's fault.
We're looking at you, Team Runes. We're looking at you, BSJ.
Team runes and team runes, both of them.
No, the second one, no, so Garand's team, which was the second Team Runes, they are actually forced to change their team name over to Truffle Salt.
Their name is still runes on Liquipedia.
Oh, is it?
To be fair.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Double A actually taking a large amount of damage. That Elder Titan doing the Elder Titan just smacks for very hard. And right now, we're talking, he's hitting for almost 100 damage right now.
Yeah, dude.
This is like after calculating armor. Double A is going to go for that charge, but I don't know if that's exactly what he wants to do. He's going to be forced to pull back a little bit and beat on some tangos. Kevin's going to try to get a little bit more aggressive this time into the lane for Oceana. But Oceana at the moment, it looks like he just wants to farm. He doesn't really want to do too much of the fighting right now. He just wants to try to see what he can do, and he is maintaining very well in the farm.
Yeah. 5 and 2.
Looking in the mid lane, Gunnar has fallen a little bit behind against his counterpart, though. But then again, though, Zeus always last hits fairly well, so.
Yeah.
And actually coming up on level 2 for Oceana, Bump Fight, he's taking a good amount of damage right now. That Earth Shock slowing a very good amount, but it looks like he is going to be able to get away with that. Kevin, he is going to be able to put Bump Fight in a pretty bad situation, or Sammy Boy as well with that root. So, I mean, if he charges it up very well, it's going to be pretty bad news for him.
This is the most important thing you can do while playing Other Titan is to stack that camp.
Oh my goodness,
Pingu.
look at the amount of damage.
damn.
Pingu, very fortunate that those hits weren't missing. And it
Yeah,
actually-
thank God Drunken Brawler exists.
Yep, absolutely. Looking back over into the mid lane, it does look
Oh,
like
Kevin.
charge is going to be coming out over. Double A has rotated over, and they are going to be moving over for the bump fight, but it does look like that they're going to have to be forced to pull back just a little bit. Kevin, he's going to get hit by one. Is going to be hit by two frost arrows. No, he's going to be pulling back just a little bit out of sight, going to be keeping himself over into safety, but at the same time, Pingu, he's just going to be left alone in the bottom lane. It doesn't look like it's going to be the end of the world, though, as Vice is going to be rotating outwards, and all looks like the lane equilibrium does kind of hold towards Pingu's favor, but that Death Pulse, though, doing a pretty large amount of damage, though, to him.
Yeah, this is definitely a Necro-flavored lane where Brewmaster Yon wants to come in and queue, but Necro will just queue him at the same time.
Yep. Bump fight taking a large amount of damage. Out comes the charge. Here comes Oceana. Then he decides to change his mind, actually. Sammy Boy, with his aggressive positioning, he is going to be able to turn those two boots of Elven Skin or something all the way up into two Wraith Bands as well. Probably
two bands of Elven Skin.
I don't. Like
the
slippers of agility. Slippers of agility. I got the item name now. I got it. Right. But kind of following in suit of the Morphling that we saw earlier with the triple.
I don't know why you're still on that, dude.
The triple band of Aquila on the Morphling.
Why is that stuck in you so much?
You don't see that every day, okay?
It's a fairly frequent thing, I feel.
3 band of Aquilas?
Yeah, dude.
Where have you ever seen that?
Oh, the stomp not gonna connect. Do you want specific dates and times?
No. I just want like.
I definitely can't give you those.
But you could say you've seen it before, though.
Absolutely.
Okay then I might be in the wrong though. Very nice double charge coming out though, over into the top lane though, but a very quick nightmare though is gonna stop Oceana into his tracks, and as a result of that, Bump Fight is gonna be able to walk away with his life. Sheer with this double damage rune though, getting a very good amount of damage onto Gunnar. He's gonna be forced to pull back just a little bit and self up. Is that self gonna get canceled? No, here comes the cold snap. Oceana is gonna be picking up the first blood kill, but the fire strike not gonna be able to connect.
Vice might find a solo kill on Pingu. Pingu, no, he's dropping low, but he's not enough. A Sunstrike though might be the one to drop him.
Nah, Sunstrike's on cooldown.
Ripperoni.
Yeah, he tried to use it onto the Zeus into the mid lane. Another charge though from AA onto their fellow Draw Ranger right now. Bum Fight. He's gonna try to get focused on, but it doesn't look like it's gonna be enough. And Oceana and AA, they're gonna be forced to turn around and go back. And into the mid lane, actually, does look like that Kevin is gonna be healing Gunnar up just a little bit. They try to commit over for a kill, but it doesn't look like that. It was too little. As that damage, it wasn't enough to actually get the kill off.
Is it bad that as like a Divine player, I still fully don't understand Oracle?
I mean, Oracle is a rather complicated hero, I feel.
I find him very complicated, very good here, very strong hero. I personally never played him when he came out, and still haven't played him. He doesn't fit my play style, and I've just never touched him since.
Yeah.
Playing a charge coming in, Sammy Boy, he's the one they're looking for.
What a
He's gonna connect on 2. Sammy Boy, the one in trouble now. The Rune, the ulti, the Sunstrike 2. Oceana might be in trouble, but no. Bum fighting Sammy Boy that wants to fall.
Very nice rotation and a very nice Thunder God's Wrath coming out from Sheer. Leaving the middle lane to be able to go help take out this Drow and try to see what they could do in terms of keeping her down in the net worth chart. Drow is definitely a hero that does not catch up very well, and they want to try to keep it that way. Keep her down in the bottom, in the depths, and the middle areas of the net worth chart, though. Looking into the mid lane, though, Vicey's gone pretty aggressive, going way behind the tier 1 tower. Oceana over here as well, gonna use that Earth Shock, trying to see what they can do. Pingu, actually, he doesn't have his Primal Split just yet. Sammy Girl, though, he's almost looking like he might be able to get that kill. He will be able to get that kill, though. He is gonna have to let Vice, though, bend for himself just a little bit in the trees, though. But we have Bump Fight, though. He's coming into the fight, and they're gonna be able to easily escort Vice straight out into the land of the safeness.
What is the land of the safeness?
I don't know. It's a land of very cushy things. And
Yeah.
you know, like you know those rooms where they put the insane people in, like where there's cushions on all the walls. I feel like that's kind of what it is. But Sammy Girl, though, under a good amount of damage, though, he is going to be able to get healed up for a very large amount, though, by this Oracle. But out comes the Thunder God's Wrath, and down goes Necrophos. Down goes Sammy Girl. Does look like
Death Pulse. The Death Pulse woke up the Elder Titan. Or not the Elder Titan, the Spear Breaker.
Oh, did it?
In the middle of getting sunstriked.
Oh, man, that is rather unfortunate indeed for him.
Sheer now getting a DD rune, bottling it, instantly using it. Oceana is now going to go for a phase boots. As they're going to make a go on the Drow here.
Yep.
Sammy Boy is getting charged. He does have a ward, so he will know that the charge is coming and should be able to get a silence
Spots
off.
it
There's no
right now,
ulti
waiting
either on
for
Pingu.
this. No silence. He's actually going to cancel it upon spotting Sammy Girl. So we have both of the Sammys over here in the top lane right now, and Reaper Scythe
both
is
level
now
6.
online as well. Both level 6.
Now there's 3 heroes up top. This is danger.
Oh, it's okay,
Double
though,
A.
because Kevin is coming up as well. There is going to be a Nightmare, though, into a Fire Strike, into a Gust.
Is this Scythe
and
worthy?
he's going to try to get away, but no, it
That
doesn't
is,
look like
though.
the amount of damage is there, though. Oceana did, in fact, have his salve actually canceled completely. Out comes the Reaper Scythe, though, onto Oceana, but no, the Enraged was actually able to keep him alive, though, which is very nice as well. Out comes the Primal Split. Drow's going to be up into a Cyclone right now. Bumfight's taking a lot of damage from this Ember Spirit. Fire Spirit, to be exact. The Sunstrike.
God's Wrath. It is going to kill the Bane, though. Oh my god.
Gunner getting a very nice cleanup as well with that Deafening Blast. And right now, Vendetta has to feel very happy about that set of kills.
Dire's top tower is
Yeah.
under attack. Dire structures
And
are
Glyph is going to be forced to be used. And the Alacrity is going to be used on Sammy Boy. And we should be able to see this tower drop fairly quickly as well.
Dire's top
Alacrity
tower
Yeah,
once
it should
again
be a
gonna
fairly
get
quick
used.
tower drop with this. It's Invoker that has Drow Aura, which is terrifying.
Pingu
Invoker
trying
now.
to see what he could do. He looks like he just finished up his phase boots. Just needs to get the 2 blades of attacks in from the courier. Charge is going to come down over onto Vice. Vice, he has a feeling that people are coming for him, so he's just going to go ahead and go for that TP.
Where did they see him? They couldn't have.
Did they see Vice or did
No,
Vice?
they see double.
No, I don't know, but I mean, it's like I said, the Spidey senses.
True dude.
It's all the Spidey senses in this game.
Everyone's been playing the new Spider-Man, that's why.
Exactly. Not everybody has a PlayStation 4 all of a sudden. They're all playing Spider-Man. They're making memes. They're making GIFs all over Reddit.
Hey, you know what? That's a heckin' good game.
I haven't played it.
Played it and beat in 2 days. Good game.
Oh my goodness, Crash.
You know what's a better game, though?
Dota?
Dota.
Absolutely.
Bad dudes, middle tower.
Absolutely.
Everyone go.
Gunner
Alright.
sitting, Gunner and Gunner and Sammy Boy now sitting at the very top of the net worth charts. They're going to be losing this tier 1 bottom if they don't defend it at all. But it looks like, though, that Sammy Boy from the back lines with the Gust, with the Reaper Scythe, and Sheer is just going to get completely dropped down. It does look like that they are going to try to see what they can do to get some counter kills, though, onto Bumfight, and down he goes as well. Sammy Boy trying to see what he can do around, but out comes the Primal Split. The Echo Stomp doesn't look like it was able to connect at all, as Sammy Boy right now under a large amount of danger as he's taking a decent amount of damage. Not too much, though, out of this Primal Split. That Earth Spirit now being forced to just run away for his life as the other 2 spirits have been taken down. The mid-tier 1 tower is in danger once again with this Alacrity Drow Ranger doing over 200 damage a hit. Out comes an Echo Stomp, followed up with the Fire Strike, but it does look like Oracle is going to be able to skeeter away with his life.
Just barely.
Bad dudes, middle tower. Everyone go.
Who has that urn? Oh, Vice does.
Another tower bites the dust. They're going to be able to spot Sheer as well with this very well-placed ward. Out comes the Brain Sap. They're going to try to see what they can do. The Gust might be able to help lock down the kill. The Fire Strike comes out as well. The heal comes out as well as the ultimate from what it looks like, but it doesn't look like it's enough. Sheer is actually going to drop down, so it is going to be enough. Double A as well, starting to take some hits over from the Drow Ranger, but that Drunken Haze, though, it is going to be enough to save his life, though.
As Vice sends the spirit into haunt Double A.
Yo, Green Dudes, something
Yeah,
bad is happening.
it's just a shame that that spirit isn't going to be able to hit, and the Fire Strike wasn't able to connect as well.
The Fire Strike?
Not the Fire Strike, goodness me.
Sunstrike.
Sunstrike.
How long have you been playing this game?
You know what? I've been playing too much Overwatch. Leave me alone. Sunstrike, Fire Strike, they're both red. Yellow.
Is Fire Strike in
Yellow!
Overwatch?
Yes, yes, Fire Strike is an Overwatch.
Whose ability?
Reinhardt.
Oh, you're right. Okay. Fair enough. Fair. I'll let you have that one. That's fair.
You'll forgive me, but I don't know if Twitch chat will, though.
I mean, I'll forgive you, but like, I don't want to.
Oh, I see how it is. Pingu is still trying to go for that Blink Dagger. And he's ever so slightly getting close to it, though. Oceania now is somewhat overtaken both the Drow Ranger and the Necrophos on the net worth charts.
Oh, speaking of the Necrophos. He's in danger, but a stomp could be to save his life.
Not enough mana for that Reaper Scythe, and as a result of that, the Primal Split is going to be able to get used to be able to save our friendly Panda, our Broodmaster. Double A, he's going to be charging in, trying to see what he can do in regards to that. Cyclone is going to get used as well. And actually, right before the Sunstrike, though, coming out from Gunnar all the way from the mid lane, is going to be able to completely and utterly just destroy Pingu.
So Urza has a blink now. He's going to go for the Basher right away.
As he should.
See, this is a better game. 14 minutes. They still have a T1 up. This is exactly how you need to be playing against Drow Strat.
Yeah. Yep, it is.
Gunner's being charged.
Kevin actually getting on the aggression as well. Here comes the root, but no, the tornado and the turnaround from Double A. He decided to completely turn around. He decided he didn't want to dive past 2 towers, and Gunner is now starting to completely taunt them. They're going to be able to spot up Sammy Boy, though, with the sword, and out comes the charge. Is Sammy Boy, though, is he going to know about this? He's going to start this TP, though, but is he going to be able to connect it? No! The lightning bolt from Sheer is going to be able to cancel that just a millisecond before that charge.
You know what's funny is, yeah, it was definitely the bolt and not the charge.
Yeah. The bolt came down just a second before that charge, and as a result of it, that TP got canceled.
Yeah.
That was a very close moment. It could have gone either way, but look at this though. Both teams though, they're gonna be going for each other's respective offlane tier 1 towers now.
See, the thing is though, Dire's gonna get there first, and then they can rotate for that.
Yeah. They can rotate,
Which is what they should
very
do.
true, but okay, here comes the TP, and Sammy Girl is going to start pulling back just a little bit. Not enough damage being dealt over to that.
Kevin. Kevin just TP'd from here to here.
I mean, min-maxing. I mean, he wanted to get to that area very quickly.
You know what? I played a game the other day where I had someone TP from here to here. No, you know what? It was here. It was right here. It was on the cliff. He TP'd down the stairs.
His legs were tired.
He was too fat to take the stairs.
Exactly. This is the guy that takes the escalator.
It was an ogre. I think it was an ogre too. Or a
Of
pudge.
course it was. Of course it would have been a fatty.
Right? Whoa, hey, Pocket, calm down. Hey, that's aggressive. So, Dro, she has finished the Dragonlance. Ooh, and a cheeky little ulti by Zeus gonna scout everyone out.
Yep.
Shower
Smoke
gets
is going
popped
to
in
get
a
used. Smoke. It looks like a smoke is going to get used on both sides, actually.
Oh, and they're going the wrong way.
Oh, no.
Mega heart.
Yo, Green Dudes, something bad is happening.
Of course you would, Crash. Of course you would.
Well, because one's going. I can't. I couldn't do it like this way. Like it's like. Like, I'm not even gonna
Well,
finish
you weren't
that.
trying hard enough, and a very beautiful scan actually coming out from both sides. Both teams actually does look like that they were able to scan each other out. Here comes the Reaper side. That doesn't look like it's going to be enough, though, to be able to take down Pingu. However, the main target, though, Oceana, is just going to get completely dropped. Pingu is going to be using that Probable Split, though. He's going to try to see what he can do, but no, he decides that right now he needs to cut his losses and get that Earth Spirit away from the situation. But no, he actually ends up losing all 3 of the spirits, and as a result of it, he's going to go down, and that
One of the
results
very rare
in
occasions where that happened.
This is a very unfortunate situation that Bermudan Frogs has themselves in. They have they lost 3 members of their team. They lost a tier 2 tower as well in the top lane. And there's a double damage rune that has been scouted out by Team Vendetta.
And Invoker has eggs.
Tower is under attack.
Oof.
Why is this so bloody difficult?
I mean, when it rains, it pours.
Double damage.
When it rains, it pours. On the bright side, though, for Team Bermudan Frog fans, though, Sheer does almost have his Aghanim Scepter, and we all know how strong that Nimbus Cloud is. And they actually do know now that Roshan has been attempted and completed, but
Too late.
it was a little too late.
Sheer though, he has the eggs,
Yeah, he has
which
his
is a
eggs.
huge spike in these fights.
Yeah. Nimbus Cloud is a very strong ability, Crash.
Thanks, Pocket. I had no idea. That should be a tooltip, Pocket.
Oh, I appreciate that, but I don't.
Nimbus is a very strong ability. I just want to be able to spam that. Kevin, he's gonna tank the gank again. A sad boy indeed. Kevin, can he dodge?
No,
it?
he's
He
gonna be able to
does.
dodge the tornado. He probably lives in Kansas or something where there's a lot of tornadoes in that area. But out comes the Sunstrike. He's gonna be able to dodge that as well. And when you look at Bum Fight, though, he's moving a little bit more aggressive, and as a result, he's gonna get caught in a very bad fight. Out comes the Meatball. The Nimbus Cloud and Oceana gonna be able to finish him off, though. But Oceana, though, the Enrage, it might be able to save him just barely, though. They're trying to pump as much damage into him to try to see if they can kill him with that ult, though. But no, it doesn't look like that it's enough. Double A, he's gonna get slowed a lot, though, inside of that
and a
ice wall.
beautiful
And
stomp.
what a
He's gonna-
stomp. They're also gonna be able to catch Shearer as well. And the Gus comes out, and down he goes. 4 members down in trading for the Bane. And Vendetta right now, they have to feel very happy about that.
Yeah, it was a Bane for 4. 1 for 4 where Vendetta gained 1,200 gold, so 15 gold shift. They use Split and they use Scythe, so they've still got Fiend Script up. And Invoker's got a wide array of spells.
On top of it all, they also have 1 tower, 2 towers they're taking down now.
Did you ever play Dota 1?
I played a little bit. I played a little bit when I was younger, back in my high school days.
I saw posts on Reddit today about all the abilities that Invoker used to have.
Oh no, Invoker used to have a ridiculous amount of abilities.
He
You
used to
thought
have like 28 abilities. or
27,
something like that.
27.
27.
It was 27 abilities. Out comes the Thunder God's
Oh,
Wrath. And
Sammy
Sammy
Boy!
Boy getting completely cut out. That Thunder God's Wrath actually doing a phenomenal job scouting him out, and followed by a very fast Oceana Blink and a Nimbus Cloud. And Sammy Boy just got Control Alt deleted off the map immediately.
Oh my god, it's so good!
My
Gunner!
goodness, Gunner, with the amount of perception and looking at that charge, the immediate cold snap turnaround. Oh my goodness.
I want you to know that he threw that Sunstrike before the charge happened.
Jeez Louise.
He knew that he was going to get charged. He let himself get charged.
That is...
Stomp.
That's
Not quite gonna
pretty
connect.
insane. That's some pretty insane Invoker play. I will have to say that, to be honest. If I ever decided to grow the huevos in learning that hero, I'll definitely have to follow Gunner a little bit more. Here comes the 4-step forward, the cold step, the ice wall. It is going to get used, but it does look like it is going to get purged up. But no, they find a wild Brewmaster in the mist, though. Not enough mana. Out comes the Reaper Scythe as well. Not enough mana for this Primal Split. And they might be able to pick up Kevin as well. Kevin's going to have to use his ultimate. He's trying to see what he can do to get away. They're trying to load a lot of damage into it. Is it going to be enough, though? No, it doesn't look like it's enough. The ult is just going to say
it is enough.
No.
He's dead.
No, I meant the heals. My bad. The damage wasn't enough. He is dead. No, you're right. It was enough. The damage was enough.
I know I'm right.
And as Team Vendetta marches on onto the front door of Team Bermudan Frogs at the 22-minute mark, I am getting a little bit of feeling of deja vu right now, as even the fortification from Radiant's side as well, keeping the tower up. The Fiend script, the EMP is going down. Oceania, no more mana, and things are just looking always towards Vendetta. Gunner is now godlike. 4 buybacks now coming over onto the side of Team Bermudan Frogs. They're trying to do everything that they can. This Shadow Blade from Sammy Boy.
It's fine. I think this is fine, actually. I lied.
No? I mean, they take the tower. They're going to be able to take down this shrine. I mean, Sammy Boy doing at least 270 damage a hit, and this is looking very scary. He's working for that Hurricane Pike right now. He's about 1,000 away from that.
Yeah. As here's a good thing about building multiple things, is holding on to your Aquila is really good. I remember I was talking to Hollow, and he said, like, I'm the type of player that like to hold on to my, Aquila to the end. I was like, oh, that's stupid. And then I was like, well, if you don't have to fill the slot, it's still, like, really good stats that you can keep, right?
Yep.
And
these
I don't know.
wards, Gunner blinking in. Here comes the EMP tornado. They're going to be able to take down Sheer. Are they going to be able to pick up an Oceania? They get 2. Will they get 3? But no! The Yule Scepter, it does look like it is going to be canceling the Sunstrike. But as a result, though, the 4-step forward, though, with that Ice Path. And Oceania, they're going to be calling the GG. And Bermudan Frogs, just unfortunate for them. Apparently nothing personal, kid. And that's going to be the end of the series. Oh my goodness.
Vendetta taking a swift 2-0 with the Drow strats. This game a lot closer than the other one.
Yeah.
Gunner 10-0. Vice 0-0 and 15. Wow.
Jeez Louise.
This was a lot closer of a game. It just came down to these little things. Kevin, I don't know, man. I feel like he just kept getting picked off. He died. He only died 5 times, but it just felt like he always was getting picked off.
Yeah.
Like, he was in the jungle when he shouldn't have been. There's that one time when he lived. I think he's like always the first to die in these fights, which is really unfortunate because he's the one who needs to be staying alive the longest. He can't really be tanking the ganks if he's playing something like an Oracle.
Right. Oof. I mean, all I gotta say is that it's just pretty rough. I mean, when you look at just how rough the lanes were for both Pingu, Oceania had a pretty decent lane at the very beginning, but Pingu had a pretty rough laning phase. He didn't get that Blink Dagger until very near the end. All around, like you said, Kevin, some of these rotations, it doesn't look like they were effective enough. There was a couple times where he tried to use the healing ability to try to go for a kill, but it looks like in the end it ended up saving Sammy Girl multiple times from what I've seen in some of those ganks and those rotation, and they were just able to, and as a result, it bought enough time for Vice to rotate in with the TP. It gave, Sammy Boy more time to farm. It gave Gunner more global presence, waiting for that Sunstrike to get up off cooldown. And Gunner has been absolutely phenomenal on this Invoker. He has had very good global presence ever since level 1 with some of these Sunstrikes. And just the combos that he's been doing and the timing and the amount of confidence that this man has is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you can see, We have Gunner with a 10, 0, and 8. Like you said, Elder Titan, no kills, no deaths, but 15 assists. I mean, that's just absolutely ridiculous. And every single one of these team members on Team Vendetta, they have each contributed to over half of the team's kills entirely. So everybody's been in almost every single fight.
5-man Dota.
Yeah,
you know?
5-man Dota with these drought strats. And, I mean, it's just really good, really strong. And it just shows you that Team Vendetta, they have strats against different types of heroes. Because if you notice, the second that they see the Ursa Spearbreaker pick, they immediately pick Drow. Without hesitation.
And it's weird. Like I feel like Bermuda Singing Frogs, they figured that, they're like, let's open up with an Ursa Spearbreaker. Last game, it didn't work, and they said, it's a new game, let's try again. But it's I don't know.
Yeah.
If you're doing something, it's like it's legitimate insanity when you do something, it fails, and then you do it again, and it fails. You do it again, like if you do it and it fails, don't do it again. Don't risk it for the biscuit. It's not worth it. They clearly know how to play against you.
Nope. Well, we'll definitely have to see if how they take this strategy over against Team Wheel upcoming this Sunday at 10 a.m. PST. It does look like that we still have games going on the main NADCL stream. It does look like Wheel versus Blue Pikachu is still going on. And coming up on for tomorrow, we have Team Runes versus Blue Pikachu going to be on the main stream. Team Black Sheep versus Team Truffle Salt on the main stream as well. And on Sunday, we're going to have Bermudan Frogs return once again. And on this stream, we'll be having Black Sheep versus Team Runes in the afternoon. So, pretty exciting matchups all across the board. How do you feel, Crash, about these?
How do I feel? I mean, overall, I'm all right, I guess.
No, about these series that are coming up.
Oh. I am really excited. I'm actually tuning in right. I've got Wheel versus Blue Pikachu up right now, and I'm really excited for this game. I'm really excited for Black Sheep and Runes coming up. And yeah. I'm excited for Vendetta to play some more too. I'm slowly growing into a little bit of a Vendetta fanboy.
Yeah, and speaking of Vendetta, Vendetta is now the first team so far of the week to be 4-0 in their series. And unfortunate for Pretty Boy Swags, it does look like that they did lose 2-0 against Truffle Salt. And so, looking at the brackets right now, out of the 4 teams that have played so far in the evening, Vendetta is taking a very heavy lead right now with the 4-0 in the series, followed by Truffle Salt with their 2-0. Next series to be played tomorrow against Team Black Sheep. Bermudan Frogs is at 0-2 right now, and they have another game versus Team Wheel on Sunday. And Pretty Boy Swag right now, not looking too hot on this week, looking at an 0-4 score. So, what would we want to look for Pretty Boy Swag and Bermuda Frogs to be able to turn the score around to try to get them back into the season?
I would like Bermuda Frogs to open up their drafts. I don't know. I haven't seen their drafts from previous games. Just from what I've seen this series, it's something they didn't work. They did it again, didn't work. They need to be. I think they need to be open a little bit more to change, and they need to pick meta heroes, man. I'm just saying, there's a reason Brewmaster, Spearbreaker aren't getting picked.
Mm-hmm.
And as good as AA may be on Spearbreaker, there's a reason he's not getting picked. And it's unfortunate because they're all really good heroes, but it's just not right now. Brew this big, blink in, and it's not this big cooldown. Like it's got this huge cooldown, but it's not necessarily gonna win you the fight.
Mm-hmm.
It just kind of exists there, but it might help with the fight. But something like a black hole, an RP, that can win a fight instantly.
Right.
I don't know, just little things. I think Kevin was a stand-in, but I'm not sure. He didn't have the tag with him, so I'm unsure.
Mm-hmm.
But
Gotcha.
His position, I feel like he could position a bit better as well.
Right.
But I think they both played some damn good Dota, and they did. I saw adaption. I saw adaption in the second game.
No.
So
Yeah, I mean, I will
see.
say this. I mean, switching the Ursa over to the position 1 instead of the position 3, having Oceana play it instead of Pingu, they were able to get a little bit of farm a little bit quicker, but laning against that Drow Bane did not do him any favors, and as well as, I mean, there was a couple of times where the Enraged did save him against things like the Reaper Scythe and such like that, but it just looks like the amount of control, though, that Vendetta had over those games with between Gust, between Stomp, between Nightmare, between all those spells that Gunnar had, it just seems like they had all of the answers for any situation that they were that was produced for them. So I would be wary against any teams coming up next week against Vendetta, as it looks like they have a big bag of tricks up their sleeves. They have a lot of varying strats. It's just, for this series, we saw 2 Drow strats, quick and easy, sub 30-minute games. For the previous series against Pretty Boy Swag, I mean, how do you feel? What do you think Pretty Boy Swag would need to do in regards of improving their season score, trying to see what they can do to get onto the main stage, the main event? Because only 4 teams can go to the main event.
I know. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's weird. Like, you just gotta play Dota, man. You gotta play more as a team. I don't know how much they play. Play more as a team. Get a feel for each other. If you can get to the point, and this might not even happen this tournament, but you shouldn't be planning your team tournament based. It shouldn't be, what can we do for this tournament. It could very well be like, you can see professional, like fully professional teams being like, let's plan let's do good this year and let's be great next TI.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. Synergy is a very big thing, as well as going into a situation already with a plan in mind. I feel that is very important as well. But we're going to have to bring this over to a close, since I'm pretty sure you guys want to be able to watch some wonderful Dota on the mainstream. So we'll go ahead and not detract too much from anything else. Is there anything you want to close out with, Shaggy? Crash?
Wow!
I'm
Not
sorry,
anymore.
Crash.
Not anymore. Nope.
Alrighty. Well,
GG to both teams.
GG to both teams.
Good luck in the future.
Very well played, Vendetta. Better luck upcoming on this Sunday, Bermudan Singing Frogs. And we'll see you guys next time. My name is Pocket Sox, and he is...
I'm Crash. Hello.
And that's Crash. You guys all have a wonderful weekend that's coming up right now, and stay tuned on the main NADCL stream. Y'all have a good one. See ya.
Bye.